Hey everybody, it's Mr. Bierbauer again with another week of art class. This week we're going to focus on two things. We're going to focus on how we listen in art class and then just at school and how we listen to other people. And we're going to be learning a little bit about abstract art. Some of us already learned some about abstract art in the fall, but this may be a reminder. This may be brand new for some of you guys. You'll just need paper, pencil, and your coloring materials today. All right, we are going to start with our artist promise like we do every day. This is our promise how we're going to work together, learn together in art class. As artists, we will always try our best, respect ourselves, our friends, and our artwork, take responsibility, imagine new things, support each other, and of course, take time to clean up. Our I can statement today is I can listen and follow directions to create an original abstract artwork. And you'll see, normally I put a picture, an example here, but I'm not giving you one today because we're going to focus on listening and we're going to see how everybody's artwork ends up different. So, y'all, why is listening important? Of course, we have to listen so we can know the directions, so we can figure out how to do things. We listen to each other so we can understand what they're thinking, what they want to say. And today, listening is going to be very important because, again, I'm not going to show you how to do something. I'm just going to tell you, and you're going to have to listen and follow my directions. For y'all at home watching this video, I'm also going to have the directions printed on the screen so you can listen and you can look. So, remember, every artist's artwork is different. That's because we're different people. We have different art styles. We make different choices. It may even just be because we're feeling different ways the same day. Here are two pictures of birds. If you look at the first one, Black Cat Chickadee by John James Audubon, you'll notice that that is a very realistic picture of birds. It looks like what we would normally think a bird might look like. How could you describe the second picture there called The Bird by Vasily Kandinsky? Yes, it's him again. We looked at him a little bit recently with Composition 8. So, does that look realistic too? No, it's different. This is what we call abstract art, and I'm going to show you a little about that in a minute. So we have a very realistic one with it looks like a bird you might see outside, and then the second one we use a lot of different shapes and colors and lines, and it's definitely a bird, but it doesn't look the same. So, realistic art. Usually it looks like the real thing. Like if we went outside and saw a bird, maybe it would look like this bird here. So a lot of times an artist might work from a picture or they might go outside and work from real life. The abstract art, instead of focusing on the real picture, they focus on moods and impressions, and they use lines and shapes and colors instead of trying to make it look just like the real object. So you'll see he has lots of bright colors. He has all sorts of lines moving around, and you can tell it's a bird, but it doesn't look like just a regular, normal, everyday bird. Sometimes with abstract art, you can tell what it's supposed to be or what the subject is. Sometimes you can't even tell. You have to look at the title and see what the artist wants it to be. So here are two examples. This first picture is called 10 O'Clock Folk Art by Carla Gerard, 2015. And the second one is Early Sunday Morning by Edward Hopper, 1930. Which one of these is realistic? And which one is abstract? All right, so if you said the second picture, Early Sunday Morning, is realistic, you're right. Because it looks like we could just walk downtown somewhere and that might be just what it looks like. You can see the windows, that looks like a barber shop pole. So it looks like a real place, like we could go there. Now, 10 o'clock folk art, it looks more cartoony and more exaggerated. Some of it does look realistic, but there's a lot of colors we might not really see. Maybe the buildings probably aren't quite that same shape, same color. They look like they kind of piled on top of each other. So that one is more abstract. Okay. So realistic means it looks like it could really be there, like we walked outside. Abstract means it's more focused on colors and lines and shapes and may not really look like the real thing. So now, the other thing we're talking about, again, is following directions. So if I said, hey, everybody, draw a line on your paper, and I didn't say anything else. If you look at these are 3 examples, and they would all be right. The first one is a vertical up and down line. The second one is a diagonal line, and the third one is a squiggle. But if all I said was draw a line on your paper, then if I didn't give you any other directions, then they're all okay. If I specifically said, okay, guys, now I need you to draw a vertical line on your paper, then the only one that would be right would be more like the first one. But all of these are okay. They're all okay because I didn't give you better instructions. Now I'm going to show you another example. Here, if my instructions are draw a circle, which one of these didn't follow directions? Let's check. So the first one, there's a big, huge circle. So that followed directions. The second one, they drew a square. And I don't see a circle anywhere on there. So it looks like maybe they didn't follow directions. Let's check the last one. That's a real small red circle, but they still followed directions. So, but if you look, again, if you follow directions, if I'm not very specific, we might come up with different things. And that's one thing that's pretty fun in art class. So here exactly is what we're going to do today. If you are in kindergarten, first or second grade, this one is your set of instructions. If you are in third, fourth, or fifth, you can just fast forward just a little bit till I get to the next screen. So I'm going to give you guys, kindergarten, first, and second grade, 5 sets of rules for your picture. And I'm not going to show you how to do it. I want you to do it however you want based on these rules. So get your picture out, get your paper out, get whatever drawing materials you want to use. Again, it can be pencil, it can be whatever you have. I'm not going to tell you how to do it today. The first thing I want you to do, draw 4 straight lines from one edge of the paper to the other edge. They can be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, whatever you want. Straight lines. I'll give you just a minute. All right, now draw 5 circles anywhere on your paper. They can be big or small, anywhere on your paper. Okay. Now, draw one curved line that starts at one side of your paper and stops in the middle. A curved line, that means it's not straight. And if you ever feel like I'm going too fast and need to catch up, you can pause this for just a minute and wait for my next instructions. All right, the next one will be number 4 is color in 2 of the circles, any color you want. I'm not going to tell you which 2. I'm not going to tell you what color. I want you to choose because you're the artist here. And if you need to pause it, you can. The next one is going to be number 5. Fill in 3 areas of the paper, however you want. I'll give you examples. They could be colored in. You could use lines or squiggles or patterns or anything else. Just fill in 3 areas. And once you are done with that, you can go ahead and turn this off and submit your picture on Canvas for me. Or if we're watching in class together, show it to me in class. All right, thanks, kindergarten, first, and second grade. Now, third, fourth, and fifth graders. Again, I got you 5 instructions here. Let me move this picture so you can see a little bit better. And you can always pause it if you need to catch up to the next one, or you can just pause this and just read the rules, the instructions yourself. So number 1, draw 4 straight lines from one edge of your paper to another. It can go any edge, any direction, just straight, 4 straight lines. All right, number 2. Draw 2 more straight lines from one edge of your paper to the other that cross over the lines you have already drawn. All right, 3. And again, pause this if you need to anytime before I go to the next one. 3. Draw 5 circles, any size, anywhere on your paper. Number 4, draw 2 curved lines that start at one side of your paper and stop in the middle. So curved means not straight. Number 5, fill in 3 of the circles however you want. It could be colors, shapes, lines, patterns, whatever you want to do. And then number 6, fill in 4 areas of the paper however you like. And then if you're watching this at home, once you're all done, make sure you go ahead and submit it to me on Canvas. And that's the end. Get to work, finish it up, follow the directions, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. Have an awesome week.